Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, the new channel, because this is on long way back for us. The last video, accommodation. Whoa, did that cause some comments? Simon, you're losing your marbles. Why are you going to go back to the UK and motorhome? What are you on about living in something like that? You're mad. So that was a video that was all over the place. A lot of the times when I make videos, I'm researching and doing things prior to a video, and in this case, moving to the UK, tons and tons of research. And then I make a video and I waffle and go off on all tangents. Maybe I don't get all the correct facts across. So I'm going to try in this video. This is part 2. Could be a long video, I don't know. I'm in the studio, no wind noise. Marmalade asleep there. So I've actually made some notes, which is unusual for me. Anyway, anyone just finding this channel, welcome to the channel. I'm Simon, and I'm going to try and cover some questions and information that you guys put under the last video. Try and explain to you in a better way of why my wife is in the UK working now and why I'm going. So currently I'm sat in Thailand. Our resort is shut and mothballed. The situation here is it's quite cheap for me to stay and live here at the moment, you would think. But I'm looking at, well, the mass tourism isn't really going to come back in 21 to take this opportunity to go back and earn money. Here in Thailand, earning money, I can do things like teaching online, and I'm qualified and I could do that. But it's not something I like, the idea of teaching English, and it would earn me X amount of pounds. Apart from that, running a YouTube channel and brings you an income in, but it's not a huge amount. What I have to do is weigh up the costs of, if I stay here, what sort of things have I got to pay for to continue working here in Thailand and staying here, as opposed to going to the UK. So, and then I'll tell you some more reasons why I'm going back to the UK. But the costs to stay here, as an example, my visa's due shortly. We've just done the accounts on the resort for the first year. You've got legal costs, you've got accountant, you've got licenses for liquor sales, restaurant, license for the resort, insurances, all of that, as well as then costs of a business visa, costs of the work permit, costs of health insurance for another year. And you add all that up, and then you look at what money would come in from YouTube if I did teaching online, and the costs. I would basically cover all those costs, but nothing left over, pretty much. And there's no guarantee with YouTube earnings of them being there. You know, YouTube could shut you down in a flick of a switch. So with all those costs, by going back, I'm saving on the visa, permit, lawyers and accounts throughout the next year by mothballing the resort. We've still got the licenses all in place, but we've made them dormant, so they're all still legal, and the insurance is still covered for all the buildings and everything else in case anything happens. It doesn't make financial sense for me to sit here for a year. I will not make or add to our savings pot. So that's what I had to work out. And by going to the UK, even if I went to the UK and between us we only earned a few pounds, but we covered all the costs to go there, live there, and then come back. If we make money, then it's going into the savings pot. So we're on a win-win. But there's other reasons I'm going back that maybe I've not shared with you. My mum is 70. Oh, hang on a minute. 76, coming on 77, and she's not in the best health. I haven't seen her for 3 years, and with everything that's happening now, it makes sense that this would be a good time to spend a bit of time with her. My skin disease, it's not good at the moment. I want to go back, and I can use my Thai health insurance for the first 3 months to go into a private hospital, get everything checked again, get a third opinion, and see if I can figure it out, what's going on. That's one thing which is going to be a priority at the beginning. I've got bits and pieces back in the UK. I've got shares in vehicles and things which I want to liquidate. And I've also got some debts owing me which I want to collect. So there's another reason I need to get that done. So that gives me another reasons to go back. So hopefully you'll understand that. So it just is the right time. It is the right time for me to say, okay, get on the plane, go back. And another big reason is being with my wife. Being apart, it's horrible. Now there's huge gambles going back. Yes, we've got the illness, and I will try and figure out, I'll get the vaccines, Mem will get the vaccines. We'll abide by all the rules, and we will try not to get sick. Obviously that's harder with the numbers at the moment, but we're going to try and not get sick. Then going on to, let's talk about work first. Now, Mem is currently on a 6-month contract, and we've decided she's not going to renew it if they offer it. She has 2 jobs back in our area, which is called Gloucestershire. It's a little bit more expensive, that area, to live in, but that's where I was born, and all my contacts and friends, family are. Mem has 2 jobs waiting for her, and I've mentioned them before. And those 2 jobs for the 12-month period after tax is going to net just Mem about 1.25 million Thai baht to go into our savings. That's great money. That is really good money. And Mem is very happy to do those 2 jobs. So we will make money on this trip, even if I didn't work and Mem worked. We will have started to replenish our savings. So it just makes sense. Now myself, I'm the sort of person that will do any job. I don't care what it is, whether I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing a toilet floor or covered in mud or dirt, whatever. I will do any job. And I am one of these type of people that can fit into any type of work. I set myself a goal, and I'll set myself a goal for that 12-month period. Now we're saying 12 months. If things don't change here, or things just aren't quite open back up, and if we're earning good money, we could end up staying a bit longer. So there's no set time to come back. But when it's the right time to come back, that everything can be fired back up, we'll come back. My personal goal is I've set myself a goal of 2 million baht after tax and after all our living expenses. Now that's quite a bit of money with someone who's got no job there waiting to go and earn. Now the beauty of the UK, and I don't care, quite a few comments come in and said, the economy is destroyed, there's no work, there is nothing happening in the UK, you can't get anything, there's mass unemployment, and you won't earn any money. Well, I'm going to disagree with you, because I've spoken to just 4 work agencies. We have some agencies in the UK, just tentatively about manual work and factory work, and immediately there was 6 or 7 jobs available to me if I was prepared to land, go to the agency, do the forms, get the couple of checks that need doing, they could start me within a week in jobs. So there is work, but it's horrible work, and that's not what I intend to do. But there is tons of work with the agencies right now. There's tons of work. I had my pick. I could have, if I wanted one of those factory jobs, and I was prepared to just move around a little bit on the areas, there's probably 20 jobs I could grab. So there is work in the UK, and it's minimum wage, which is about £9, £10 an hour. £8.50, £9. But you go and work in a factory and you work 60, 70 hours a week, that money adds up. So I disagree with the people that are saying there's no work in the UK. There is, and I can prove it. It's just there. However, I've set my goals, and with all the skills I've picked up in life, I am going to go into more detail when I get to the UK and share with you what I'm going to do. But I am looking at jobs to fill the day, jobs that will earn me. And to get 2 million baht, I'm looking at £250 a day, which is quite a lot of money for, say, somebody unskilled. In a factory, you work 12 hours, you're going to get half that money. And then you're going to pay tax, 25%. So being that I've not worked in UK for the last 3 years, immediately I get, I think it's £12,000 before I even start paying tax. So that's £500,000 back before you start paying tax. That's great. You've just got to optimize the hours in the day. And I do not mind if I have to do 3 or 4 jobs in a day, as long as I can tie them up so they can go to one job, get a quick break, get to the next one, and so on and so on and so on. And I'm looking at all those second, third, and fourth jobs at the moment. The main job, I will also be running a YouTube channel, or 2 possibly. On top of that, a main job, which could be anything. It could be bus driving. I've got a possibility of going back into chauffeuring. I've got my contacts if I want to go and chauffeur some people around the country. I've got my bus license. I can go and jump and do in the morning, go and jump in a bus and take kids to school, and then back in the afternoon, take them home, and then jump on food delivery. I looked at the bike food delivery. Yes, you're going to have to fork out a few £1,000s on a vehicle and insurance, but right now food delivery is huge because of the illness. And to give you an idea, I've spent 9 hours investigating 3 different food delivery companies and working out you can get 4 jobs an hour at certain times of the day, and okay, that's not huge money. It's about £4.50 a job, £18 an hour. Take your costs out, you're still on about £13-14 an hour in those 2 times of the day, evenings, late nights, weekends. It's almost like taxi driving. You pick somebody up and you take them from A to B. You pick the food up from a restaurant, you take it with an app, deliver it to B, and you can get doubles and triples and multiple deliveries all in one go. You work the numbers out. So by doing something like that, you've got an initial outlay, but providing you look after the vehicle, whether it's a push bike, a scooter, or a small car, you factor it all in. That is just one job, and you can do multiple. You can do parcel deliveries, you can do letter deliveries, you can do motorcycle couriering, which I've done before. There is tons of those types of part-time jobs that you can tie in together. So as far as work goes, I'd like a main job which could be any hours, day or night, and I'm talking to companies, and it'll probably be in the consultation marketplace where they're paying me for my consulting with them on various subjects, but I'll explain more on later videos about that. And that would be the main lump of money, and then you add in 2 or 3 part-time jobs, and car delivery. Once this illness goes away, there is, well, even now, people are still buying cars online, but they've got to be delivered to the house because of the social distancing. There's tons of work from garages and things delivering cars around the country. It pays, you know. There is just tons of different type of work you can jump into as long as you're versatile and you can do this and put your mind to any of the jobs. That you can earn money. So the earning for both of us, the jobs, it's there. It's just you've got to get off your backside and put the hours in. Work hard. 15 minutes already. I told you it could be a long one. So then we went on to accommodation. Oh, didn't this cause a ruckus? Right. I made some notes this time. Accommodation, your choices. I'm talking about the UK. Okay, I'm talking about England, and I'm going to be talking about Gloucestershire. It's madness to go back to the UK and buy a property and then sell it a year later. All the costs involved with legal fees and everything and mortgages, and it's just not worth it. It really isn't. So that's immediately discounted. So then, as a person that you don't own a property or anything, your choices are a bed sitting room, a 4 by 4 meter room with a shared bathroom. I've already said before, I'm not going in that path because I don't want Mem having to share a bathroom. It's just, nah. The next step up from that would be a studio flat, which is just a bed sitting room with a shower in the corner. Okay, fine. Costs in Gloucestershire, by the time you add on all the electric, water, gas, council tax, would be about £800 a month for one little room. Share a house. So many of you put in, why don't you share a house? Well, you find someone who's got a house and they want to rent out one room. You're sharing a bathroom. You're sharing a house. We did it before when we went back to the UK, and it was horrible. You could not relax. And because of the hours we'd be working, going in and out all the time, potentially, it would not work. Cost wise, it still would end up being about £700 a month. So it's dead money. Then an apartment or a 1 bedroom flat, apartment, condo, or a 1 bedroom little terrace house, they're about the same money. With all the bills, they come out about £900 to £1,000 a month. And that will probably be our first step. Not that I want that because of the cost, but that would probably, more than likely, I'd say 90% chance that is what we'll go into, is a 1 bedroom house flat to start with. And that's to start with. We don't want to throw £1,000 a month away. It's mad. Don't like that idea. But for the first month or two while we're getting all the work set up, getting into a routine, it'll have to be that way. Other choices, mobile homes. They're called park homes. They're called trailer parks in America, I think. They're like a fixed a mobile home. Is about 40 feet long, 12 foot wide. Originally it was on wheels, but they block it up and put main services to it for gas, electric, water. There are parks in Gloucestershire where you can rent them, but after all the bills, they're coming in at about £800, £900, and they're not in ideal locations for what we want. So it's a possibility. The next one would have been holiday homes. It's trailer again, same mobile home type, but they're on sites that you can live in it for 10.5 months of the year. You could buy one £15,000, and then you pay £100 a month ground rent, and then all your bills. Their locations are not anywhere near where we want to be. They tend to be on the coasts of Britain, great place to live, and it would be comparable with having a caravan or a motorhome. But where their location is just kills that idea. Then I came down to caravan and motorhomes. Just imagine a field, a shower block, electric hookup, water, waste, and all the rest of it. You can go in with a caravan and a car, unhook your car. You've got a caravan sat there all year round with everything you need. But you've got to buy a caravan and buy a car. But you have the car, you can wander off then. Cost for that is only £380. I found two. £380 a month for all your bills. Not talking about food and things. So that is cheap once you've got a caravan and a car. But again, that is a possibility. You've got the outlay, you buy a caravan, you buy a car, 12 months time, you sell them both, you're going to lose money on both, but the money you saved on rent and it's going to be more in your pocket, basically. You buy just as throw in a ballpark figure, let's say you buy a £5,000 car and you buy it correctly, that someone's selling, they need cash, you get it at the right price. You pay 5,000 for that and say 5,000 for caravan. You sell them, let's say you get £4,000 back each. You only lose £2,000. Providing there's no been any maintenance, you've still got insurance, road tax on the car to figure in. But you wouldn't lose that much on that whole year. The same with a motorhome. If you buy it right, they tend to keep the price. And it's got the vehicle obviously built in, the engine, a motorhome, RV as you call it in America. You buy that right, year's time you sell it, you're not going to lose much. So you haven't thrown, say, £12,000 in a year to a landlord, which you've lost. It's dead money. By doing the caravan motorhome path, I think that year would have cost you about £4,000 or £5,000. So you saved about £7,000. That's a lot of money. But it is in our minds. It's not what we're going to start with. We are going to go for an apartment or a small house as the best route for the first, let's say, 6 months. You have to get a 6-month contract. You can't get anything less. So we'll probably do 6 months in that. And then if, and only if everything is working out right financially wise, if a caravan, car or motorhome come along and can save us more money, then we would jump in one of those. I don't care where we live. The amount of hours we'll be working, we only need somewhere to sleep and eat. So it really doesn't bother us. So that was the idea of motorhome caravan on the last video. And that caused a lot of... We lived in a caravan before. We've lived in part-time in a motorhome before. It is excellent living. You're out in open space. It's good living. I don't care what anyone says. We had a great time living in our caravan before for a year and part-time in a motorhome. It was brilliant. So that would not faze us at all. At the end of the day, it is all about getting as much money in your hand in a year so that we come back here and we've replenished some savings and we can open up and get going again. A lot of people have said, there was quite a few comments, your YouTube channel is going to fall to pieces and it's all going to go to pot. The YouTube channel has become a community. Now, providing I can get enough hours into the YouTube channel, both of them, even if it just ticks over and we're doing, I don't know, one video a week and try and get the streams in as well, the community will stay and stick with us and follow us on our journeys. So it is what it is, and we'll see what happens to it. I've got to put my mind, and Mem's already got her mind in the right place, to get some money in the bank. We don't want to be coming back to Thailand and ever having to go through this again and leaving our dream, or I want to see my days out in Thailand. but I need to put us in a position that we are covered, that we have the pot if any emergency happens or anything goes wrong in the rest of our lives. And that's all we're doing. It's not failing. No one knew what was going to go on in 2020 and 21. It's just, okay, it's another obstacle that you have to steer around and get through. And that's all we're doing. Positive minds, go back to the UK, work hard, make money, save it, get back to Thailand, open the resort, and live happily ever after. That's the aim. Right, now some other people comments. I mentioned as one of the part-time jobs possibly, working on the markets at weekends. Right now they're all closed, yes. Once this illness is gone, they will open up. Markets are brilliant. It's one of I love the markets and car boots. So there's another possible job there at weekends or one day on a Sunday. It's another work. Now, another thing, if we did want to go down the path of a caravan and motorhome, there are jobs where campsites have people, they want wardens. So they give you a free pitch. You put your caravan there or your motorhome, totally free, and all you do is various jobs for that site. And it can be part-time. It could be logging people in and out, opening the gates, putting people on pitches late at night, early mornings. Could be cutting grass, odd jobs around the site. It's a way of getting free accommodation. You're doing a few hours in return for a free pitches. It's another job. So I have looked at everything, every angle, every type of accommodation. And some wonderful subscribers have come forward and say, hey, I've got a spare room, you can stay with us for a while. Other ones have come forward, which has been brilliant, and thank you. But we need to be autonomous. We need to be on our own, in our unit. We've got our own door. We're coming and going at all sorts of weird hours. I could take a job that's working nights, 2 nights, 3 nights a week, as well as working days. I could end up working huge hours. You don't really want to be sharing a house or staying in a friend's, a subscriber's house with that type of work. It's not fair on them. So there you go. Did I cover everything I missed on accommodation 1? By all means, don't swear, because quite a few people put some swear words in the last video under the comments, and they said certain words which are foul, just bad words in the English dictionary, and then you get along comes some troll and makes it a long feed of comments. So I have to delete those comments. So if your comment got deleted on the last one, try rewording or rephrasing your comments or questions. And no links. Don't put links in, because I just delete anything with links because they can lead to problems with YouTube. So by all means, thoughts, comments below. We will be heading to Gloucestershire. That will be the area we will be in. So initially, Mem will stay in Loughborough and I will go to Gloucestershire and find accommodation and start work. Mem will finish her contract and then she'll come down and join me. On her days off, she'll come down and join me if I'm not working. So that's the plan. We're penciled in a year. Let's see what happens. The goal, make money, put it in the pot. Done. Any job. And then again, Gloucester, I've got contacts that have got companies and things. I've got one guy, I could walk into a driving job tomorrow. If I just one phone call, can I drive? And but it doesn't fit the pattern of what I'm going to do. It doesn't give me the certain hours in the day which you can earn more money. And but there's jobs there. So we're quite fortunate in that way, having a lot of good friends. Anyway, I'm waffling again. Put your comments below. Thoughts. and I hope that answered some of the things I missed on the last video. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care, bye bye.